G'day guys, Brad from Dad 4x4 Adventures. We're getting ourselves ready now for our Christmas trip, heading down to Esperance, Bremer Bay and Denmark for probably about 3 or 4 weeks, I think. So we're just in the process of getting the car and the trailer and everything ready. So this morning I pulled the trailer out, did a reset on the tent, given everything a good clean from the last trip, and basically just getting it all ready for the trip to head away. Normally the awning's on and we keep it on most of our travels. Whether we use it or not, it gets folded over the top, packed away, and off we go. We normally keep the kids' bedding on top of our beds when we pack it away. It's depending on what sort of trip we're going on, it'll either be a double self-inflating mattress or a set of double bunk beds that we use for them. So I'm going to put the bunk beds on the bed. The bed does have a doona. It has the sheets, the undersheet, as well as a mattress protector on it. So there is a bit of stuff going on there, and it is a tight fit, but I'll just show you how we go about it. So we're not saying that this is the exact right way to do it. Cub, I'm sure, have their way of doing it. I'm sure you have your way of doing it, but this is our way of doing it. So we'll just show you how we go about it. Now I'm a short ass, so I'm going to have to get the ladder to put the awning on, which is the main reason why we don't take it on and off on trips. That's the main reason it stays on, because it's just too hard for me, my little legs and my little arms, to get it on. Now we will simply throw the awning over the roof. There's a couple of ways of doing it. You can either have some ocky straps down the bottom. I've got some, I'll replace them actually this time. Or I tend to sometimes get out one of the poles that you use for the awning, and that'll help pull it back across if need be. So we'll throw the awning across, put the strap back over the top and fold it down. You really need to pay attention to make sure it's all sitting as nice and neat before you start everything as you can. The more neat it is, the less overlap and crumple there's going to be in it, which is going to give it that little bit of extra room to shut everything down. So from here on in, you really want to be fairly particular with putting everything away nice and neat. So as you can see on the bed now, we have the set of bunk beds. I've kept them as much together as I can just to make setup again when we pull over as quick as easy as it can be. I've kept the little lugs facing inwards. That's just to protect the canvas when we close it. But yeah, basically that's it. The bunks and the pillows will still stay on the bed. Well guys, I'm going to stop the video quickly there, because as luck would have it, last night going through my Facebook, the question was brought up about shutting the camper trailer up with things on the bed and the awning still attached, and there was multiple people that came up with the great idea of, rather than having the pillows at the head end like I do, instead put them in the middle of the bed or the foot end of the bed, for the main reason that of course all your poles and your canvas and everything, once closed up, is all at the head end, and so in theory there should be a fair bit more space at the foot and at the middle of the bed. So great idea, thanks for that, and I'm going to do that as well. Back to the video. The poles will go on the bed when I drop them, and apart from that, it should all go together relatively simple. Like I said, it is a tight fit, but this is how we do it time and time again. days as a pitcher in baseball come in useful. So I found for us, this is where it starts getting crucial now. Just as the trailer's starting to fold up, we really need to start packing it in nice and neat. We need to fold everything back. Obviously I had this pulled all the way out as far forward as I could to begin with, and then we start folding it back in, tucking it all back in nice and neatly, and that's going to give us the best possible chance of closing up first time nice and neat. Again, try and fold it all in nice and neatly. Obviously try and spread it out as much as you can, rather than having it all clumped up in the little area here. If you can, move it a little bit across. That way, rather than it all building up in this one spot, it's more evenly distributed across. Obviously, much easier with two people, but hey, we don't always have that luxury, and that's what I do like about the Cub. Whether it's setting it up, packing it down, doing the awning, you can get away with doing it with one person pretty easy. It's just a small thing I like to do. I like to fold this part of it down, have this part, the last bit that we put away. That way I find any dust or anything like that basically is going to hit that and not get in, rather than getting in through the whole tent part itself. Not that we've ever had a dust issue with it ourselves. So you can just see now, this is just the bit where we've started to hit a bit of resistance with the strap. So that's how much space we got left with it. You know, take a final walk around, make sure everything's tucked in, particularly down through your seals there, because they're the last bits you want to have your canvas hanging out and get your dust and all that inside the tent. Yeah, that all looks pretty good to me. Like I said, I like to have that flap sitting up, save any dust getting in. And that's it. That's where we've hit. I mean, I haven't put too much pressure on that, but you can see that it's just starting to get a bit of pressure there. I'll do up my latches now, and we should have all closed. That didn't need too much pressure at all. Like you see, I'm doing that one-handed now, so. And that's the job done. It really is that simple. With two people, it's always easier, but hey, that's it. So thanks again, thanks for watching, and Merry Christmas.